Close to 2 hours east of Mormugao port, the railway station at Kulem, on the edges of the Mollem National Park. Every other hour, a train arrives bearing coal on its way to Karnataka. So this is typical of what one gets to see in this part of Goa. This is a train loaded with coal passing through Kulem, going from Goa into Karnataka, and they're fully heaped. The tarpaulin is bulging and the trains are moving through. And this is the flashpoint. The fear is that this train, which is passing on a single track, cutting through forest already, when the track widens, is going to devastate even more of the forest. And the other fear, of course, is that the coal, more coal you transport, is going to pollute the areas around where these trains pass through, as well as spillage. Because of these heaped trains, coal will start to fall on the sides, and that is why people are on the streets. Julio Aguilar is an engineer turned activist who spots coal on the tracks. So as we're walking along these tracks near Kulem, Julio here has found pieces of, Julio, this is...
Yeah, this is coal.
This is coal.
Is being imported.
Right, which has fallen off
It's fallen off the wagons.
And the worry is that it falls off the train. I mean, ideally it's supposed to be, the trains are supposed to be fully covered.
Yes.
And coal is not supposed to
That's
fall
right.
off. But that does happen.
That does happen. And if one would walk along the track, would be in a position to go home with a sack full of coal.
So, if these tracks are doubled, so will the coal trains. But don't link coal and the double tracking, the Chief Minister has said. But the Sagarmala report talks of how doubling of the railway line has to be completed in order to improve Mormugao port's evacuation capacity. Moreover, as these documents show, in 2013, Goa's then Chief Wildlife Warden rejected the proposal for double tracking, saying it will hurt the fragile ecosystem of the forests. The then Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar agreed with the warden. But after the railways promised to alter the alignment of the tracks, successive governments, first of Chief Ministers Parsekar and of Pramod Sawant, cleared the projects, claiming it's in the public interest. As the Indian Express pointed out, this despite many members of Goa's Wildlife Board raising serious concerns. Santosh Kumar is Goa's current Wildlife Warden. What has changed that you gave it your go-ahead?
No, it's not correct fact. Our predecessor, Mr. Ajay Saxena, was there and he's never rejected it. In fact, this project of doubling of the track was put up in 2016 and 2017 meeting of the State Board of
I
Wildlife.
meant in 2013 the Chief Wildlife Warden, he rejected it. 2013. 2013. Mr. Richard D'Souza, who was the then Chief Wildlife Warden.
I don't think this came up in 2013 as far as I know.
2013 it was rejected. We have the documents as well. At that time, Mr. Richard D'Souza wrote that the project was rejected because it would endanger the wildlife in the forest.
I am not aware. If you are saying that, I have to check my record. But as far as I know, in 2018, 16 and 17, when this railway approached, they wanted a track in a different route so as to have a slower gradient. And so it was decided that no, we cannot allow the defragmentation of the wildlife habitat.
Right.
So it has to be parallel to the present track already existing.
But when you say the State Wildlife Board cleared it, as you must be aware, several members of the board have come on record to say that their suggestions, their concerns were not taken on board.
No, there are few people who raised the issue and it was explained there at that time, and then the board took a final call, and based on that it has gone to National Board of Wildlife. Even the National Board of Wildlife has cleared it.
Under the Wildlife Act, as you know, projects are only cleared which has benefit to wildlife.
There is again a misconception.
What is the benefit to the wildlife
I would
here?
again say, please go through the act.
Okay.
This is being raised by many people. It is not like that.
Okay.
If it is beneficial, if any action is beneficial for the wildlife, Chief Wildlife Warden is authorized to take action. There is no need to go to State Board of Wildlife or National Board of Wildlife.
So what is the beneficial? What is beneficial to the wildlife?
Since it is not primarily meant for benefits of the wildlife, that is why there is a provision in the law that if you want to take any non-forestry activity activity in the wildlife sanctuary,
Okay.
you have to obtain approval of the National Board of Wildlife,
Right.
and before that you have to obtain the approval of the State Board of Wildlife. So we cannot say that this project is for the benefits of the wildlife.
So
It
this
is
project is not for the benefit of wildlife.
It is not intended to be benefited for the wildlife. It is for the double tracking of the railway.